Alright guys, update number 19 on the 37 Rat Rod Chop Top Dually. Alright, so today we got to figure out the radiator, the exhaust, kind of get, I don't have all the parts for everything, but we're going to try to figure it out. So there's going to be a lot of mocking up, measuring, trying to figure out what's going to work. So good news is plasma tips finally came in. So that means no more grinding every cut we have to make. So anyway, well, right now I'm gonna mock up, probably flip the headers around to see if that idea I had's gonna work. Kind of feel it out, see what's gonna work there. That way we know if we want to move the radiator back, forward, what we got to do. So I'm gonna figure that out first, and then we can go from there. Alright guys, look, I have flipped the headers and it looks like it's going to work. I've got a few pieces laid out. I need to get some more the muffler tubing and my mufflers and all, then I can finish the exhaust, but everything seems to work. I know everybody's worried. Everybody I talked to about is like, no, there's going to be too much heat. It's going to overheat the motor. The exhaust being in front of it, it's going to overheat. Alright, so what I'm going to do is after I get it all built, I'm going to plate it over, make a chamber. So pretty much all the hot air goes down out the bottom, and then probably do like a heat sink over it. I'll heat wrap them first, then I'll plate it, then I'll freaking maybe put some aluminum for a heat sink on it. It shouldn't be a problem because going down the road, the air is going to flow across it, keep it cooled down. It should be fine. So what I'm working on now is building the radiator mounts for the front. If you look at the radiator, you notice how these mounts go on an angle. Instead of cutting them off, re-welding them, this, that, and other, I'm just going to build my mounts to that angle. And then it'll just mount straight. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to start laying that out, cutting them so we can mount them up in here and get this radiator mounted. Alright, so it's mocked up, it's in. So now we can see what it's going to look like. I really wanted to fill up some of this gap in here. So I'm doing that with that sheet metal. Brings the radiator out, makes it set straight up and down. You might be wondering why I did this. I bent the brackets like that. I did it so I didn't have to gusset it. So I didn't want just a 90 degree, that radiator sitting on it, because then it could slowly wobble, break the weld, whatnot. So that's why I bent them to make their built-in gussets, pretty much. So I tacked the bolts in place. I don't know why, I have a thing about that. I like to have one side, either a nut or the bolt secured, one tool, pop it off. You know, to sit there and try to get another wrench in or anything like that. So that's why I do that. So now I'm going to tack this in place so it won't move, and then I'll go ahead and unbolt the radiator, pull it out, put it aside, until we finish fabricating the rest of it. Now I am going to add an air scoop on the bottom and at the top so that all the air coming down the road is forced right through that radiator so I can help with the cooling. It's a couple pieces of sheet metal, why not? I mean, I don't have a shroud or anything else, so I want to push as much air as I can through this thing. And I can hide it all inside the grill, so why not? So that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start tacking this all out and I'll pull the radiator off. I think I want to find some rubber and rubber mount it. So this thing's got a little bit of vibration to it. I don't want these aluminum mounts breaking or anything. So I'll figure that out. In the meantime, I'm just gonna tack it out.
I sit on bands, smoking cigarettes, and cry and sing my song. I've got no sun that shines on me. I've got no place to go. My love, my little victory. I miss it so.
Alright guys, so radiator's in, as you can see. So I added these side panels here in the top, and there's another one scoop on the bottom. What I'm trying to do is funnel as much air as I can straight through that radiator. So I spaced it out. It's got a nice big opening, but it matches up to the core. So it's going to flow right through there. So when the hood's shut, it'll look like that. I'm still going to add something in here, but yeah, that's what it's going to look like. So, alright, on to the next thing. Alright guys, this is update number 19, and that one you saw, we did the radiator, the shroud, everything else. So I'm going to end it there. And we'll pick up on the next one where we're doing the front shocks and steering. So, guys, like, subscribe, comment if you got questions, comments, whatever. I'll help any way I can. Greatly appreciate it. You guys have a great night.